I think I'm being stalked. Okay, so this may be me just being overly paranoid or anxious, but I swear I think I am being stalked. So I, 24th, moved into my apartment over the last year after I graduated college and took some time to live at home to save up for my own place. I also took a gap year after high school to work to save up for my own car. I found a really great apartment complex. It's on the older side, but I didn't mind as it was recently renovated. I found a nice two-bedroom apartment on the ground floor, which makes life easier for me as I have a bad leg and stairs are really difficult for me to climb. Life was going really well, and I thought this was the beginning of my life as an adult. The first few weeks in my apartment were great. I transformed my second bedroom into an office game room, and I was able to take a lot of old furniture from my parents' house as they were modeling anyway. Living on my own was liberating, and I was getting used to being on my own. It all started one night after work. I'm currently working in a doctor's private practice as an internet physician's assistant, and the doctor that runs the practice stays open late on weekends so that we can see more patients. One Saturday night, it was around 10:30 since the practice closes at 9:30, and I typically stop after work to grab food. While pulling into my parking space, it felt like someone was watching me from the outside of my car. At first, I figured it was one of the kids that live on the upper floor watching me as I typically see them up playing video games since they leave their window open and I hear the yelling. But when I looked, the light wasn't on, so I chalked it up to me being tired and started to leave my car. That's when the overwhelming feeling of danger took over. I could barely breathe, and my vision sharpened. I didn't waste time darting into my apartment well as fast as I could since my left leg can't move very well. Once I got inside, the feeling went away, and I was able to relax. I figured I was tired from work and just needed to eat and sleep, so that's what I did. A week had passed by without any issue. But again, the next Saturday came, and when coming in from my car, the same feeling came back once I pulled into my spot. I tried to ignore it and blame it on being tired, but I couldn't shake the feeling. I, again, got to my apartment as fast as possible. Only this time, once I was in and my door was locked, I looked outside using my peephole to see if I could spot anyone outside. But when I looked, I only saw the bushes slightly rustling in the wind. I got settled in, and the feeling slowly went away. I figured since it happened last week, my brain is automatically going into panic mode remembering last week. I hoped this would subside and stop happening. But boy, was I wrong. What started out as a two-time occurrence after only a week, it slowly became daily. The intervals between each slowly get closer. By the time the fifth week had gone by, every time I left my house, I automatically went into a panic and felt like I was being watched. I go to work pretty early, so it is dusk when I leave, and I have to speed to my car so that I can get to work. And the same goes for when I come home around 7 p.m. Then the feeling came inside. Any window I was by, I felt like I was being watched and frozen in fear. It's gotten to the point that I put up sheets over the windows because even with the blinds closed, that feeling stays. I don't feel safe in my own home, and it's driving me insane. I've already called the police, and they essentially laughed in my face because they can't arrest someone over a feeling. I don't know what else to do. It feels like I'm being watched from inside my home now. I can't relax or get sleep. It's also affecting my performance at work because I am so exhausted and on edge all the time. I swear I see the shadows of someone watching me. I haven't caught who it is, and I'm considering putting up cameras in my home to catch whatever the hell this thing is and bring it to the police as evidence. I'll update in a few days if I can. I'm going to my parents' house for a few days so that I can get some rest. Update. Hey y'all, thanks for the advice. I had my dad come over and help me set up cameras around my apartment. I also got a Ring doorbell and set that up outside to watch my front door. When I got to my parents' house, I took the world's longest nap ever. But let's get back into it. The night I left, I got a motion alert from my Ring doorbell, so I called my dad over to look at it for me. He was super shocked, to say the least. To make a long story short, my mom has an ex-fiance, and they broke up a few years before she and my dad got together. Her ex moved on and got married, and he also had a kid. Well, my stalker is his son, and the only reason I know it's him is that we went to the same school system together. We don't know if his dad put him up to this or even how long he was doing it. It's also weird and creepy, but we contacted the authorities today and they said that they can't do anything for me since he hasn't hurt me or threatened to, which is really making me mad that they aren't taking this seriously. I'll update again if anything changes, but my dad and I are looking into getting me some sort of protection or a guard dog. Thank you, everyone. I took a shortcut to get home faster and now I'm being stalked. Self-harm. I recently went on a small vacation, if you could even call it that. Basically, me and a couple of my friends stayed at a low-end hotel for a few nights and just drank and fucked around. Anyways, I had to leave earlier than the rest of my friends because I had work the next day, and so I decided to leave early around 8 a.m., mostly because I had around a 4-hour drive before I got home. The beginning parts of the drive home were typical and boring, mainly just listening to whatever song was playing on the radio. About an hour in, I got low on gas, so I had to stop and fill up my car at some random local gas station. I hadn't ate yet, so I decided to grab something to eat and a drink while I was there. "Can I just get these, please?" I asked the cashier behind the counter. "That'll be $4.52, he replied, emotionless. I paid him and was walking out the door before he stopped me. "I haven't seen you around here before. Where are you headed?" he asked. "I am heading home. I live on XX Drive. It's about 3 hours away," I replied, confused. "Whatever you do, don't go down the dirt road before the highway. If you do, you won't leave sane," he said. I laughed and filled my car up. He had to be joking, right? Probably just a local joke or myth around here. I got into my car and headed down the road. About half an hour later, I was nearing a highway, the one I came from. However, this time, there was a lot of traffic, like nearly miles of traffic. I quickly called one of my friends and got him to see what the hell was causing all this traffic. There was some sort of terrible crash. "You're going to be stuck there for hours," he told me. I thanked him and hung up. I didn't have hours. I needed to get home quickly because I had work tomorrow. That's when I noticed it. A small dirt road to the left of the main road. If I went down it, I might be able to make it home on time. The only thing is, I don't remember the dirt road being here when I came up here. Remembering what the cashier said, I was a little nervous, maybe a little scared, but I turned off the main road and onto the small dirt road. The drive was surprisingly normal at first, nothing out of the ordinary. About 15 minutes in, I started seeing things. Not directly, but I swear to you, I started to see things out of my peripheral vision. Not people or anything but shadows. The shadows were 7, 8 feet tall, and they were portrayed against the trees. I started getting a feeling of unease, but I continued driving anyways. 30 minutes in, the whispering started. At first, it was faint and quiet, but as time passed, the whispers got more louder and more unintelligible. I started regretting my choices, but I couldn't turn back now. An hour in, I started actually seeing things, but they weren't actually there. I know this because I saw my wife in the road and almost crashed to try to avoid hitting her, but I still did anyways. But I kind of just phased through her, and when I looked in the rearview mirror, she wasn't there. I started seeing things in my car meanwhile, the whispers getting louder and the shadows engulfing the trees around me. Eventually, me seeing things got so bad, I swear to God, I thought it was night, despite it only being 1-ish in the afternoon. I eventually got off that road and made it home. Things unfortunately didn't end there, however. I started seeing a tall, completely black figure in the woods around my house. It was probably around 8 feet tall and had completely black eyes that looked like endless pits. I didn't know what to do, so me and my wife just locked our doors and windows. I retreated to my bedroom and I got another really bad sense of unease and my gut telling me to get my gun. I trusted my gut and loaded my Colt Python that I got for my birthday a few years ago. I heard breaking glass and I saw the creature in my house. I pulled the trigger 3 times and I think I killed it. I called for my wife and looked all over for her. I went back into the room where I killed the creature. My wife was there bleeding on the floor with 357 bullet holes in her. The creature in my house was a hallucination. The whispers continue to grow louder, and occasionally I hear a laugh, and I still see the real creature in the woods around my house. Once this uploads here, I think I'm going to turn the gun on myself. I'm a homeless veteran living in the woods. Something is stalking me at night. Although I am currently homeless, I am not without a job. I decided to leave the Army after 3 years of service due to pretty terrible pay and long uncompensated hours at work. After a few months of job searching, I was able to line a pretty great job as a fraud investigator in Kansas City. The pay was excellent, and the only thing that would keep anyone from accepting this job was the commute distance of 1,000 miles from Fort Bragg. An additional obstacle would be that once I did get there, I wouldn't have the funds to rent an apartment. Essentially, I would be homeless for 2 weeks until I got my first paycheck. For many people, this would be a deal breaker, and I can see why. But being in the Army for so long, I got used to eating shit sandwiches for breakfast and making almost any situation work for me. We used to go to the field for weeks at a time, and that would involve camping in the woods and in most cases, not having showers until we left for home. Since this wasn't a new situation for me, I had accepted the job offer and made my way over to Kansas City as soon as I was released from my duties from the Army. I like to drive, so I was able to make that trip in just 2 days. Once I got to my new city, I got to searching for areas the locals or police wouldn't mind someone camping for an extended amount of time. By nightfall, I was able to find a natural area, a patch of gravel next to the road only a few feet from the woods, where camping up to 2 weeks was free and no one would bother me until I had the funds to move into my own apartment. I had brought some supplies in preparation for this. Extra clean clothes, canned food, sheets, and wet towels I could use to shower in the mornings. Since I didn't have a camping tent, I decided to convert the back of my car into a bed. After placing the back seats down, I actually had enough space to comfortably sleep in. So I placed some sheets down and decided to tie another sheet above me so no one could peek in through my windows and see me sleeping there. For a few days, this worked just fine. But as I was driving back to my campsite one night, I started to notice some weird things. When I was working on my bed setup, I noticed that the forest went dead quiet. Usually crickets and other animal noises would rule the night air, but it was completely silent that night. The moment I noticed, I felt completely uneasy and felt like I was being watched. I hurried with what I was doing and jumped in my secure car. A couple of minutes passed until I was able to ignore that overwhelming feeling of dread and browse some YouTube videos. Eventually, I forgot about the situation and fell asleep. A couple of hours into the night, I got up as I usually do and noticed that the window closest to my face was foggy as someone had been breathing on the other side. I was disoriented and grabbed my phone to check what time it was. I paused for a moment. There was a sound coming from the other side of the makeshift bed, the other window that was covered by the sheet that was only a few inches above me. The sound was light, gentle tapping on the glass. I doubt if I wasn't already awake, I would heard it. The fear took a few moments to register, and it took me a few more moments to think through if I really wanted to investigate further. Eventually, my morbid curiosity won over, and I quietly and gently reached for the sheet, pulling it up ever so slightly. What I saw made me choke. On the other side of the window, there was some creature. Big, hairy, and crouching over to my window. Before you ask, no, it wasn't Bigfoot. It had hair on what I could see of its body, but it was thinning and patchy. It was big, but not muscle-bound. It was very skinny and had long claws on its bony hands. It was tapping on the window with them. The most grotesque of its features was that horrible smile. Its smile was ear to ear. I don't know if it was because it was enjoying this, or if it saw me when I took a quick peek at it. I tried not react as if I tried to make it to my front seat to drive away. It could easily break through the window with those sharp claws and get to me. So for the next couple of hours, I just laid in my makeshift bed, praying that the thing outside my window didn't break in and kill me. Eventually, the tapping stopped and the sun came up. I got out of my car the next morning and investigated the area around my car. There were weird tracks all over my campsite that only confirmed I hadn't imagined the whole thing, and there really was something on the other side of my window. Why it didn't just break into my car and do whatever it wanted to do is only one of the questions nagging at me. The other would be, how long had that thing actually been coming to my campsite at night? And had it been the first time it came so close to me, or had this just been the first time I'd caught it? Either way, I found a new campsite tonight far away from where I had my encounter with that creature. I think I'll need to move again in the morning if I make it that long, because as I'm typing this, I can hear something tapping at my window.